Yo guys, what's going on? It's your man Kels, and today I'm gonna bring you another video. It's my second video of the day, and I don't know, man. I'm addicted to the division. Can I make that roll or rhyme together? I am addicted to the division. I'm addicted to the division. No, not really. Okay, so what I'm basically doing is just showing you guys round 14 and 15. Falcons lost back here in the left corner under the balcony. Which I've never played before until yesterday, and it was two players that were playing in this spot, and I'm in the trench, and I'm like, okay, well, they seem to be cleaning up house, so I'm gonna go hang out with them guys, and I ended up doing this, and then they ended up leaving, and then two more came in, which is the two that you currently see. So I stayed here, and I have really high skill power, like 43,000, and I'm running, you see what I'm running for smart cover and my overdose, which keeps coming and coming and coming, and I love it because my cooldown is shorter than the actual duration, and it's just amazing. And I think my buff is somewhere around 68%. Sorry, damage resistance is around 68%, and my damage buff is 50%. And then you got people running pulse and all my talents mixed in together, and I got three-piece tacticians. That's why I'm running Falcons Lost. So anyways, basically, like I said, I'm just showcasing this back corner. A lot of people talk about it, you know, from streams to other YouTube channels, things like that. And a lot of people don't, you know, really, I don't know, really, I've never really done that before. So I haven't either. I did it yesterday. I figured I'd actually showcase it and, you know, let people know kind of what's going on and how it's actually done and how scary the APC rounds can actually look. So anyways, in the meantime, I want to talk about some things like nerfing and buffs, right? So Skill Up, major YouTuber, you know, for the division, made a video and got a lot of hate for it, which was talking about Sentry's Call, smart cover, and something else. I forget what the third thing was. He was basically saying they need to be nerfed, and I understand completely what it is that he was saying because I also listened to the podcast, which is also on his YouTube channel with him, MarcoStyle, Arix, Breezy Peasy, and Like Butter. And they were discussing that, and he brought it up again and clarified it even more. He makes sense, but to somebody like myself, it's very, very difficult to... Wait a minute, was that one of my teammates, or was that a shotgunner to my right, my back right, that just popped up? That's what it looked like. Anyways, he makes a lot of sense, but to somebody like myself, I'm not interested in like being nerfed. I mean, here I am playing Falcons Lost. My health is about 68,000. My overall toughness is low twos, okay? Low twos, 220, something like that, right? 240 or something like that. I don't know what it is. It'll probably pop up here in a minute. But so I got really low health. I got low toughness. The only thing I have is really high skill power because of the three-piece tacticians, and I put everything into electronics. And some pieces of gear, like a Sentry's chest piece, I believe I'm wearing. I rolled something else on it, but it also came with high armor. So I got the armor cap at 75% mitigation, but I mean, from my perspective, from a PS4 player where, you know, like 268 gear score items are not available to us just yet, unless we're going to do like crazy heroic, you know, game modes, but I'm not geared to do it. Like, I'm not even geared to do this on challenge mode. I am one-shotted by shotguns. I mean, not one shot down bleeding. I am one shot dead, full dead. Not revive me real quick, dead. I am full dead from one shot, challenge mode. Falcons Lost shotgunners in the tunnel before I even make it into this part of the building. So when I hear people call for, you know, buffs and things like that, it kind of really... It annoys me because I understand what they're saying. They're, you know, the theory, the understanding is that, you know, we have to have these tools because the NPCs are so strong, right? Well, I don't really care if the NPCs are so strong or if they're so weak or whatever. I want to be strong. I want to feel strong. I mean, whether it's the Division or Call of Duty, I want to have a gun in my hands that feels like it hurts people, you know, and it doesn't feel like it hurts people over, you know, a half a clip or a whole clip. you know, I mean, I remember dealing with this and hearing people talk about it, you know, YouTubers and things like that, from Advanced Warfare with the BAL 27. You know, oh, it's a laser beam and it puts people down 3 bullets, and I really never understood that. And I'm sure, you know, anybody who has, you know, wants to make comments in difference to what I just said is fine. I don't mind. It's I just, something personally I never understood. If I'm using a gun like Advanced Warfare, for example, and it's a BAL 27, and you're gonna say it's really overpowered and it needs to be nerfed, well, why don't you use the same gun? Well, I don't want to. I want to use a different gun. Yeah, but don't complain about it if you don't want to, right? If, for example, if the G36, I'm not saying it is, but if the G36 is the new best gun, if it's the new AUG, if it's the new Vector, which most likely it is overpowered, right? The G36 just got a nerf and it was considered overpowered. Well, if it's overpowered, why aren't you using it? Why are you complaining that it's overpowered? It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. You know, the NPCs are really, really hard. You know, challenge modes and heroic modes for people that are just crazy geared still have a hard time. And way too many YouTubers are making comments and you know, overall suggestions to Massive about, you know, this being a problem. You know, like the time to kill is too long, but now you take a gun like a G36 and then you nerf it, like, because you didn't intend it to. Well, okay, fine. What you didn't intend, it turned out to be a good thing. So why can't you just let it be a good thing? It doesn't make any sense. I really don't get it. So anyways, I don't understand nerfs, and I never did. I think the NPCs, like everybody else in this game, are way too strong. But we have the ability to grow extremely strong. I mean, MarcoStyle is one example of a person who put together a ridiculous 700k toughness build, right, with high skill power. Like, come on. I mean, but even he's complaining about, you know, getting, you know, 2-shotted and 1-shotted by NPCs in the Dark Zone and things like that. So don't. I'm not interested in hearing nerfing anything related to actual players, actual Division agents, okay? I'm not interested in hearing about a nerf to a gun, and especially a nerf to smart cover. I mean, you already nerfed, like, you know, they already nerfed Sentry's Call on me, and they took away that to make it semi-automatic and not fully automatic because, once again, they didn't intend to do it. And I just think that's absolutely ridiculous. Really, really ridiculous. As far as the bug that was happening, like in the Dark Zone PvP, where people would get the stacks on them from Sentry's Call, and then they would die, and then they would still have the stacks on them and things like that. They'd have to log out to clear the stacks and so on and so on. Fix that bug, but don't fix Sentry's Call. It didn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. It seems like all gear sets are geared towards, like, they're not practical. I mean, you know, I never really played with strikers until like a month ago or so, and I just happened to have 4 pieces. I threw it on just to see what it would do. It's amazingly hard. Strikers would have worked perfect in that situation right there, where I'm against cover and I got a full line of sight on an enemy. He's not moving, I'm not moving, and I can build up my DPS on him. But like, if you're in a mission where it's kind of like a Lexington Event Center or something like that, just a mission where your encounters with the enemies are quick. You know, you're in and out. You'll never stack strikers the way, like, it takes a while to stack up, and then, you know, it doesn't. You know, it takes a while to stack up, and I mean, once you get it stacked, it'll hang out for a second or two, but it takes a while to actually stack it up. So I didn't find that practical. But Sentry's Call, when it used to work with all weapons, I thought that was practical. I didn't see a problem with that. So now if you brought back Sentry's Call, for example, right, and the way it used to be, and it works with all guns, submachine guns, assault rifles, G36s, PP19s, whatever it is, you're still not going to go to Dragon's Nest and melt down the 4 horsemen with you know, incredible ease. You're still going to have to run through 3, 4, 5, you know, clips of ammunition on one enemy. I mean, it's the way it is. Look it. Stop nerfing the players. right? The players can get stronger. Players want to feel a sense of accomplishment. They want to feel there's a certain sense of pride when you like. I'll give you an example. I remember I've been playing this game for a long time at an average of 75k health, which is shit, which is absolute garbage. But one day I was doing an HVT mission about maybe 2 months ago, whenever it came out, a couple weeks after it came out. So about a month ago, right? So I'm playing an HVT mission and a high value target mission, and yes, a high value target mission, and HVT mission. No, a high value target mission. Yeah, hold on. So I'm playing a HVT mission, and it was a Lone Star. It was a piece of Lone Star. It wasn't anything great, but it had really high health. And I put it on. It had great armor too. So great armor and great health. And I put it on, and for the first time ever, I was over 100k health. I mean, over 100k health. I was about 110, 110k health. And let me tell you, that felt absolutely amazing. I mean, it took a big chunk out of my DPS and, like my skill as well. But it felt good not to get, beat down. It felt good when your teammates around you are falling down and you're the one reviving them while taking bullets in the back. Like, that feels good. Putting on smart cover, I wish I had I wish I had more gear. I wish I had better gear. All my gear sucks. It's averaging around 204 as far as gear pieces. 204, 191s, 24. I got a couple 240s on, but I don't want to feel weak. Like, I'm shooting at this guy down here with my G36, and I mean, when I actually have my reticle on him and not around him. See here. See, we're repeating it again. So, I don't want to sit there and dump through all my entire ammunition just to kill one yellow 32. Like, that's insanity. I mean, what if this is a heroic mode? Obviously, my whatever I am, 212, 214, 212, 209. I don't know what my gear score is, but obviously it's trash. It's not even. I barely qualify for hard mode. Literally. I mean, look at this. I mean, I understand I'm not really hitting them that much, but when I do hit them, look at the damage numbers. 16,000 and what's that? 11,000. Like, these are really, really disgusting numbers. Now, mind you, I know my firearms is really low, and I already mentioned that. But I listen. The whole point is, I don't want to feel weak, and nobody wants to feel weak, right? We are agents. We are the division, right? We're supposed to be badasses. And you can't be a badass if you got nerfed guns and you got nerfed equipment and, your smart cover is half of what it used to be. And the NPCs is still as strong as they were. Leave us alone. And honestly, I would say leave the whole game alone. Like leave the NPCs alone and leave us alone. And I don't mind doing the work. I mean, it's frustrating and it sucks, right? Because we all want instant gratification. But I don't mind, there is a gratification where you get to a point after doing so much work and you get that piece of gear, right? Like, say maybe sometime today I'll probably, when I'm done with this video, I'll probably, attempt to find the right squad to do, Falcon's Lost Challenge mode so I can get those 240, if I'm lucky, I can at least get a 240 tactician's piece, right? I believe I have one, but I mean like a real one, a nice one, That's going to feel good when I actually get that piece. Something that's going to raise my health up, something that's going to raise my overall toughness, as well as even my skill on top of it. I mean, I have a MarcoStyle goal right now, and if you're not familiar with, what I'm talking about when I say MarcoStyle and his 700k toughness build, I'll actually get the video and leave a link in the description below so you can go check it out, just in case you don't A, know who he is, and B, you don't probably believe what I'm saying, but 700k toughness, and he goes through the whole entire build, step by step, piece by piece, and it's just phenomenal. And that's how I want to be. If I had 700k toughness and that much more skill power, like 50 plus like skill power, I mean, I would be Man, I'd be having fun. I'd be having fun because fun comes when it doesn't matter what type of game it is. You know, whether you're playing The Division, you're shooting NPCs, you're playing Call of Duty, you're shooting other players. You know, when you have a setup, you put your guns together, you put your perks together and your talents and this, that, and the third, and you shoot somebody and they die, you know, tap, 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 and then, you know, maybe you got that 3-piece headshot, you know, 1, 2, 3, and they put them right down quick. That feels good. It feels good to melt your enemy. It doesn't feel good to get melted by your enemy, you know, and that's just not. I don't understand why people always talk about nerfs and complaining that we the reason why we have all these things is because, and I am not upset with skill up. I know the whole world was and yada yada yada, but I'm not. I have, look at this. I have to shoot my pistol, although I did get 32,000 off of that. But I'm not pissed off at him, and I'm not talking shit in any way. I'm a huge fan, 100%. I understand exactly where he's coming from. The NPCs are too strong, so we need to have these overwhelming buffs and whatnot. But that's it, guys. I'm done with my rant. But at the same time, I just want you guys to realize that I am right here playing with 68,000 health. And the reason I'm not dying is basically my smart cover and my skill power. So that's why I personally am on a mission for a skill power build, a very, very high skill power build. And this mission should, yeah, it is going to be over soon. And that's pretty much it. I want to feel strong. I know everybody else wants to feel strong, and you just want to have that proud kind of I'm a badass feeling. And for me, most of the time, that's what this game gives you. You know, it gives you that badass feeling. And I really don't know why this thing is not allowing me. Maybe it's because he's in my way or something. I don't know what he's trying to do, but yeah. Anyways, so that's it, guys. Mission completed, and that's what it looks like. That's the POV point of view from that back corner. I've seen it once before with Hamish and a crew he was with a long time ago, and I've never played over there. I never played anywhere except for the trench. I would like to play up on the balcony because it seems like it's just way easier, and you got this really nice big full view of the whole entire area, and you can see everything. And of course the drones and the snipers are going to be an issue, but again, that's it. Let's be stronger, and let's stop nerfing stuff and leave the agents alone, and just kind of chill out with the game. And otherwise, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned anything, or you just want to make a comment or start a conversation, feel free to say something in the comments, and I will respond. So until then, peace out. I'll be back when I'm back.